Hello everybody, Sean Hans the Gamer here. Welcome to the video that I promised all of you guys for. Yeah, this is the Legend of Zelda video and what I think about it. And Tigger, Tigger. My cat, Tigger, is big now. Before we start anything, my cat is trying to get into my room. Not allowed in my room. Also, I got this. Don't ask why I got a Godzilla. Don't ask. Stereo. Stereo. Very nice. Yeah. But that, ignore all that. So this video is about, Legend of Zelda. One of my favorite games from Nintendo. Along with Mario and, other stuff. Is that kind of Nintendo? Well, yeah, it is on an NES. Most of people don't know what an NES is. Basically, an NES is a Nintendo Entertainment System. Very old. Just like Atari. Very old. Atari was the first... Was it? I'm pretty sure Atari was the first game system that came out, but NES, why I bring it up is because a lot of first games started. The first two Legend of Zeldas came out on the NES. Okay, well, you're asking, okay, why? Why are we talking about Legend of Zelda? It's because Legend of Zelda is a very good game, one, and two, I have nothing else. And I had to come up with more video ideas. So why not talk about one of my favorite games, Legend of Zelda? And I'm going to talk about what I didn't like and what I do like about the game. So kind of like a sequelitis, which is one of Aaron's thing. He did it for Ocarina Time. Just Ocarina. And what he thought was, which we will cover in this video. Now I might need to make a part 2 because there are a lot of Legend of Zelda a lot of Legend of Zeldas out there. But yeah. So the first two games, okay, they're pretty good for their time. You know, it's 2D. I mean, yeah, okay, sure. One, you're just going as Link, you know, the song plays, okay. And this is when you classify things as 8-bit with pixels. So, yeah. Zelda, first one, you have the old man saying it's dangerous to go alone, and then he gives you the sword. Okay. First game, it's just that sometimes it could be so glitchy, and then you're like, whoa, what the heck is going on? It's an LSD trip. Oh, kind of like that. Second game, what happens is, you're looking at him, and he's like this. And then it's his sword ain't even a sword. It's like a wand of some sort. And you're like, how can you classify this as Legends? It doesn't even look like Link. It looks like Pinocchio. So that's what they did wrong with Legend of Zelda 2, which is called Adventure of Link, I think. Not really sure. And then you got Game Boy and the Super NES, which I'm not going to talk about those games because they're really unimportant. They don't mean anything. But, like, literally, they're just there to enjoy. But Link Between Worlds. Wait, no, it's a Link to the Past. Yes, A Link to the Past Ugh. I hate that game. Link has purple hair. Purplish pink hair. I mean, what? What? Now, if you don't know why that's an irritating thing for me, it's because Link is supposed to be blonde. Not me. I'm brown hair. But Link is supposed to be originally blonde. They made him have pink hair, and I'm like, I'm triggered. And then we move to the N64. One of my favorite things in the Legend of Zelda area. Now, we're going to start with Ocarina of Time. My favorite game of Legend of Zelda. Wait, I skipped. Wait, is the GameCube before or after? No, it's the N64 and then the GameCube. Okay, so N64, you got Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. We're going to first start with not Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, one of my favorites. Now, Ocarina of Time, you start as Link. He's young. He's like about 10-ish. I want to say he's around age 10, which would make him. Gosh. Okay, yeah. I want to say he's about 10. So first, when you start the game, you're introduced to your little guide, Navi the fairy, and then you're just like, shut up! Because Navi goes, hey, 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 hey! And then you're like, shut the up. And then you meet Saria, which is one of the sages. Because there's a bunch of sages in Ocarina of Time. And then you meet the Great Deku Tree. Deku Tree, basically one of your first kind of like dungeon-ish, where you fight your first boss, which is really easy. All you have to do is slingshot him in the eye, go up, slice him, do it until he dies. And then you get a spiritual stone. Okay, so the irritating part about Ocarina is the jumping. Literally, you have to walk up to a block, and then he'll like grab on, and then push himself up, and if you mess this up, he could actually fall down, and you're like, did I ask for this? No. And sometimes the game could glitch up, even in the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. It's so bad because, okay, so one time I was fighting Keys, which are like the bats of Legends of Zelda. So I swinged at one. It went through him the first time. I swing at him again, one of them at it again, and it dies. Like, why did it have to take 2 hits? Because Keys in the game, all you have to do is swipe once and they're dead. No. But, yeah. There are some times where you're just like, well, I mean, unless if you're a real pro, you can figure out what you're doing. Like me, I stopped playing it when I was about, 10. I'm 15 now, so I'm trying to get back into it, obviously. But the game overall, Ocarina of Time, great game. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And then we move on to Majora's Mask, which is based on, Ben Drowned and that creepypasta bullcrap. But before I go to that, Ocarina of Time just alone, the music is great. Like Saria's song, great, because it's the Lost Woods song, and you're just like, okay. There's just lots of songs because you have the ocarina that you can play, and you're like, okay, I see you. Okay, now we'll go to Majora's Mask. Okay, so Majora's Mask. Again, one of my ones that I'm like, this is too complicated. Or like, no thank you. I am going to just take my 2 steps back, and you could stay there. I'm just going to walk back here. So you get introduced to a world that's about to die, basically, by a giant moon with an evil face on it. It's like, kind of like that face I made. And it's like, oh, that ain't creepy at all. No, thank you. But, yeah. And you only have like a certain amount of days before that moon crashes into the earth, and then everyone dies. Now, the creepypasta on this is been drowned, which also goes with the creepy mask guy. No, just him alone, just no. And talking about this kind of brings goosebumps to my legs, because I already feel every hair on my leg stand. Talking about this, overall, Majora's Mask, not bad game. Also not one of the greatest games. It's too difficult. You don't know what you're doing. And before you know it, you have 3 days, and then it's to the final day, and you're like, but the greatest thing that I like that they added in Majora's is masks give you special abilities. You can get a Deku Scrub mask. Well, actually, your Deku Scrub in the beginning, because this thing called Skull Kid decided it'd be funny to turn you into one. But the creepy guy mask is like, you met a terrible fate, haven't you? And that's how the Been Drowned thing started. It's also because it was a cursed game. And I'm like, oh hell no. Makes me not want to play Majora's. So I haven't played it in like forever. I haven't played it since I was 5. Even though I've beaten the game. I've beaten almost all the games I could that I got. Then we go to GameCube. Another good 3D system. Except it's a fucking block. It's the first system to actually be a cube. I mean, after all, it's an S system. I mean, the only way I could see you getting it is if you want Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, which are the 2 Legend of Zelda games for that system. So, Wind Waker, okay, you get introduced to what we call Toon Link, which is basically a cartoon version of Link. And by the way, all the Links are kind of in different like timeline eras, so they're not all connected, but in a way they are kind of. Like it makes sense. But Wind Waker, kind of guess what it's about? Not really. You think you'd be on a freaking bird flying or something like Skyward Sword. I don't know what platform Skyward Sword. Wait, is it the Wii U? I think it's the Wii U. Which we will. No, it's for the Wii. which is the next system, I believe. Is it? No, I'm pretty sure 3DS and... Pretty sure the DS is before the Wii. And then it's the Wii and then 3DS. Okay. So, yeah. Wind Waker, basically, Link has a sister, she gets kidnapped. A lot of girls get kidnapped by a big bird that apparently I think works for Ganon, I don't know. But you go around on a boat that has a dragon head on it. You sail the oceans and stuff. Now, that's the part that is hard, because if you don't have this fast sail, you're going like this slow, when you could be like, zoom, and it's like, why? If you're gonna make the game longer, why this way and why not more islands? Because that's what they are. They're islands, but also dungeons. Okay, I mean, we ain't gonna stop you. It's your decision. One of the games that I also like, that I've played, I don't want to talk about with who, because it still kind of hurts me emotionally. But Twilight Princess, quality game. It's perfection. Now, I'm not gonna say it's that perfect. It has its flaws. For one, Link's wooden sword looks like a stick, like a stick that's been on the ground and had moss on it, and it's like, oh well, this is a wooden sword. What? And by the way, this wooden sword looks like if you hit someone with it, it's going to snap in half, and then you're like, look, man, I'll put it down. We can part our ways. You don't have to do this. Bat! And there's just innuendos in the game. There's a kid called Beth in the game. Tells you to use the thrust attack, and has a little crush on our boy Link. And I'm like, and my mind takes anything dirty, so I'm like, I don't want the FBI calling at me. I think that's them at the door. I'm just gonna step away. Like, literally, that's how I feel. And then Link is just staring at a woman's tits in the game. Not even making that up. And it's like, this game is, and it's pretty good. It's one of the first Legend of Zeldas that allow you to run and slice up the grass to get rupees and stuff. Rupees are the currency in the game, which you can use to buy your shields, your slingshot, and your stuff. Especially your arrows and bombs, because let's be honest, if you play Legend of Zelda, you need bombs and arrows for your bow, which are really important. Your sword, also very important, but just say, nothing beats the Master Sword. But then we move on to our next adventure, which is the DS. Okay, so we're at the DS, which there are two games that I really am like, okay. And they're both from the Toon Link series, so I mean, they're not bad, but they're not also good. I mean, mixed reviews, honestly. One of them is called Phantom Track. well, first let's go in order. Phantom of the Hourglass, which we figure out that Tetra from Wind Waker is actually Zelda. Wait, we already figured that out in Wind Waker. But one of the guys mentioned it. And then it's like, you wash up on an island. Oh, hi, Navi. You're here again? You're not as annoying as before? Okay. And then you just go through. I have not beaten that game. I've beaten it once. And then ever since, I'm like, I don't know how to do this. My brain is not correlating right. And apparently you lose all your shit, so you're like, oh, I start with a simple sword and a simple shield? What happened to my master sword? This is insane! What happened to my hook shot? The hook shot is actually a very useful tool in the game. I love it. What happened to my bow and arrow? Okay. And it's like, what happened to my bombs? You have to get all that back, and then you're just like, okay. But it's so difficult because there's barely any hints that I've found in Phantom of the Hourglass. Now, we're on to Spirit Tracks, one of my favorite. So now Toon Link is a conductor for trains with one of the guys that was originally a pirate. Yeah, I don't think he's okay after that game. He got sent flying after trying to fight a dude. But anyways, Spirit Tracks, your Link is now a guy in train, goes to the castle, tries to get, you have to try to get Princess Zelda and him out of the castle again. So like some Metal Gear Solid crap. And it's like, okay. So you leave. And then, well, what do you expect? Guy stops you. Okay. The thing that irritates me about the game is because all these games are like touch style. You have to use your stylus on your 3DS or DS to move the character and to fight. And it's like, help me. Help me. I'm dying. Like, Spirit Tracks I've beaten 7 times. Not gonna brag, but I've beaten it 7 times and I'm still feel the same about the game. I hate it. Now, 3DS. The only one we have is Link Between Worlds and better versions of Ocarina Majora. Not the like box glitch, because I've tried that on here. It only works for the N64. But now we go to the Wii, then the 3DS. So the Wii, you have, well, we just have Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It's bad. All I have to say is it's bad. Stamina wheel. Terrible. I don't like it. It needs to just yeet. And it's gone. Like, that's the one. And then there's stamina fruits that you collect. It's like, literally. And then the sword logics are trash. Because you have to actually use the remote to swing and stuff, and it's like, okay. So slash, and sometimes Link is just like, oh, I'm having a seizure here. Help me. And then there's this one person named Fee, which is basically like the Navi in the game. And he's just like, this needs help. But a hurricane takes Zelda to somewhere, and then you're just like, okay, we're out of the sky area, and then you're just like, okay, and it's like, this game is so, and not only that, but the piranha, as I like to call them, piranha plants in the game, and in Skyward Sword, you have to slice them in an order, or else they're gonna bite your butt off. It's like, okay, I see how this game is. Okay, and then we go to the 3DS, which we get A Link Between Worlds. Basically, blacksmith's son gets you up. You go to a blacksmith. He yells at you because you're late. Because you oversleep. You're a lazy boy. Lazy boy, as in what Navi calls you not green in time. I understand myself. But yeah, that game is, I like it, but sometimes it's like, it brings back your old days of playing the original game of Link to the Past. Basically, there's a person that turns people into paintings. I don't know where Ganon gets involved, because Ganon is the main boss. He's the top guy you have to face to save Zelda, because he'll have a Triforce piece of you. Link's is courage. If you don't know, Ganon has a Triforce piece, Zelda has a Triforce piece, and Link does. Link has the Triforce of courage. Okay, and then Zelda has the Triforce of wisdom, and Ganon has the Triforce of strength. There, now we're... Yeah, I'm getting you guys a rundown of games. But what I hate about it is that... Actually, it's not really that I hate it. It's just that... I don't know. Something tells me in the game that... Something tells me from the game that there's just so much potential you could have done more. Except for the Dark Nuts. If you don't know what the Dark Nuts are, they're knights. They're evil knights that look like Shovel Knight. Not even joking. They look like Shovel Knight. If you don't know who Shovel Knight is, I don't know either. It's a game. But they're knights in armor that you could easily slash with your sword. But the one thing I hate is the freaking crows in the game. Flying everywhere, you're just like... Gosh darn crows! Because it's so hard to hit them. You have to literally... If you see one, you're going to have to shoot it before it comes towards you. And then the whole game is like an entire puzzle. No. Let me remind you, I've beaten Link Between Worlds about 6 times. Not even joking. Like, Sean, how much time do you have on your hands? The answer is, well, when I was younger, a lot of time. And then we go to the Wii U, which I don't even know much about. I think it's just reboots of later Zelda games. We ain't even talking about the off-brand Legend of Zelda ones. No, those can stay back in the grave. Gosh! Now we're going to have to talk about a Game Boy one. soon, because now we hit one of my favorite systems, the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is where Breath of the Wild gets introduced, baby. Okay, so we actually get an open world Legend of Zelda. Okay, well, Legend of Zelda was open world in Ocarina and Majora's, but we get more opener worlds. So Link is in a thing that erased his mind, I guess. Well, he was asleep for 100 years. But he's like, what? So, as Link, one thing they did wrong with this game. Well, there's a lot of things they did wrong with this game. And then, well, the good thing is that you no longer have to rely on the sword, but the durability on some of the weapons is actually disgusting. Let's see. The Claymore has a low durability rate, so after a few hits, it breaks, and you're like... And yes, weapons do now break. God help us. But you can get, like, armor, and you're just like... And this doesn't break? How? So you're just like... No, you have a Sheikah slate, which you put on towers. Well, first in the original, like, shrines, you get something like psychosis? Or, something with ice. You can make ice pillars in the water. Only on water and nothing else. Okay. You get remote bombs now. So you don't have the bombs that go and you have to throw. You could just set off a bomb anytime. You have a square one and a circular one. I use the square one in the game. Don't judge me. I'm not that weird. But the circle one rolls, so the square one doesn't. And then you have magnetism, which is specified in the game. You can basically pick up metal objects. Wow. Very fun. And then you got one that will stop time. And then there's a thing that allows you to take pictures in the game. So yeah. And now Ganon is apparently a big fog ghost pig thing. And the champions are dead. You're the only champion. You and Zelda are the only champions alive. Well, Zelda ain't really a champion. She's a princess, but she helped fight. But now he's back. And you're fucked. But you also get met by these guardians, which are robot freaking piece of trash that I really hate that they did with the game. And the... Okay, calm down. Calm down, Sean. Calm down. Anyways, the guardians, they're overpowered as frick, man. They like pinpoint you. Even if you're like from a far distance, they're still pinpointing you, and well, you get shot with a laser and you die. It doesn't matter how much HP you have. Even if you're like at like 13 hearts, which is also bullcrap. you get 13 hearts, and you can pull out the Master Sword. If you don't have 13 hearts and you dare to try, you die. Unless if you don't stop yourself, which I think is a whole lot of bullshit. Like, I hate this because the stamina is really trashy too, and I want to take this stamina wheel, grab it, pull it to me, and be like, bam, kick it, and be like, go away. Now you can upgrade your stamina wheel, but does it help? No, you have to worry about the hearts so you can get the Master Sword. Now the Master Sword, it cannot break, but you have certain amount of uses on it until you get to use it again. What the game? Yeah, and weapons have durability now, and they can break. So can your bows and shields kill me now? Now there are some things that, like, it has durability up, but does it help? Still no. Critical hit chance? No. Attack up? Still no. But and then the freaking what the fuck are they? Oh, yeah, there's also divine beasts, which are just robotic creatures. Yes, you hear me right. Robotic creatures. A bird, an elephant, a camel, and I think there's one other one. But I don't know what that one is. Neither do I want to know. Because unless if there's 3 and I'm just going mentally insane. But overall, it is hard to do. I mean, the bokoblins and moblins, when I first saw the moblins in Breath of the Wild, I'm like, oh, hey, no. What the frick is that? Meow, meow. Like, in pure horror. But to progress to any of those areas, you have to get a glider from the ghost, which was originally the king of Hyrule. Till he basically got dethroned by Calamity Ganon and thrown off his throne. Yeah. It's... And then it's like, oh, no longer over time you can recover your health. You can't find hearts anywhere. You have to eat to regain your health. Yay. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me now? And also, you get electric arrows, ice arrows, fire. You get electric arrows, ice arrows, fire arrows, bomb arrows, and normal arrows. Yeah. Pretty quality. Now, fire and ice arrows were in Wind Waker, but that game could go off, honestly. I don't like... I mean, I like Wind Waker, but I don't. Now, Breath of the Wild is still my challenged game. I haven't beaten it. I am still trying to get all the Divine Beasts, and I'm like... I am turning into, like, raging at the game now. It ain't me loving the game. It's me raging, yelling, and being like, Mother... Because you have, lizard people, I don't know how to pronounce the name, that also move freaking faster, like, hello, think, with their boomerangs and shit, they're just like, zoom, hello, goodbye. You get cold now in the games, you get overheated now in the games, and you're like, this game is bull. It ain't nothing like the originals. Which actually is pretty accurate to my description. Is the crying. It's like the. It's nothing like the originals. Like the fake crying stuff. Like the about to cry voice. But the game. Overall, the game. I like the graphics. The graphics are great. Fighting, okay, yeah, I like it too. Stamina wheel, get that out of here. Also, the blood moon. That thing, no fam. Blood moon, if you're fighting a monster in the blood moon, well, they're a lot stronger apparently. What? It's like, what? You're here to tell me that the bokoblins stronger on the blood moon? And you also get like skeleton bokoblins and skeleton, how I repronounce it, the lizard guys. You also get magicians with wands. Come again? No. Fam, I didn't sign up for this. It's like they add new stuff to the game and you're like, I didn't sign up for this, fam, no. I'm back in the freak out. And it's like I'm still trying to figure out how to beat the game. I haven't beaten the game yet. I don't think anyone I know has beaten the game. But it's like, take a deep breath. Don't go insane. Didn't know you're going insane. Your eyes slightly twitching, but don't you do it. And then like the Lost Woods is just now, it's just now more creepy. I don't think there's music for it. You have to follow the way the wind blows because your torch, if you have it lit, will actually go a certain way, and then you meet the Deku Tree, and you're just like, didn't you die in Ocarina of Time? And you look way older than the one from Ocarina of Time. Get the freak out of here. You don't belong here. And then he tells you about the Master Sword, which is right there in front of you. And then you're like, well, like the first time I tried playing the game, I didn't understand the 13 hearts thing, so I was like, and I'm like at 12 hearts, so I'm like, so I get one more heart, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got a Master Sword. I'm gonna beat Ganon to death. I'm gonna slice him up. It's like, oh, wait, you still have to get the divine beasts, and yeah. So suck it. Like, Breath of the Wild, not bad. Okay. But also, there's a part that just like is making, it kind of makes me sad, it kind of doesn't. And it's called Saria's Island. And it's just a tree that you give you give him basically a chest or a shield. And then it's like, oh, I'll reward you. Now, the creepiest part of the Lost Woods is if you completely go into the fog and you're gone, you'll hear laughter. Now, I have a couple theories on that. One, that's either Saria playing tricks on you, or two, that is Skull Kid. And either way, it's sending chills down my legs. I have goosebumps on my legs right now, just thinking of it. Like, and me, I'm like, where's Saria in all this? It's kind of sad that she's not there. And then it's like, I really want to see a 3D model of Saria. Besides Ocarina of Time, I want to see how she would have looked in Breath of the Wild. And then you're just like, and then Makar Island, don't ever go there. It's just annoying. It ain't. You think you'd see one of the tree guys, Makar, which is in Wind Waker. Yeah, but no, it's just a tree. And there's choo-choos there. I think they're called choo-choos, but they're just slime things that go after you. They make the towers too complicated, and also with the enemies, and also they make some of the shrines too complicated. Like a couple of times, I have to search up how to go through the shrine to even pass it, and I'm like, okay. Now we go to the final one of our Legend of Zelda talking sequelitis, Link's Awakening, which was in the Game Boy Advance. Or just Game Boy Color. I mean, I have a Game Boy. Hang on. This is what a Game Boy Color looks like. Obviously, there's no game in there because I haven't played this in for years. One of those take light to actually. Because if you don't have light and you're playing that game, you're going to yell and scream because you can't see a damn thing. Well, Link's Awakening. That's a whole nother thing. You go around this island you apparently washed up upon. You're found by a guy. Okay, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So-and-so. You get a sword. You get a shield. You go through the whole island. And you'll probably have to fight Ganon. I don't know. I've beaten the game once on the Game Boy, and I'm like, I'm done with this. But for Nintendo Switch, they make Link look so stupid. He looks like a little those little pop doll things. Because he has black eyes, and it's like, this ain't Link. This is a freaking pop doll of Link that's moving. Also, if you don't know, yes, chickens will still attack you and kill you. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe they changed that. But, as we all know, Nintendo likes to add little references inside their own games from other games. Chain chomps from Mario are in Link's Awakening. Talon from Ocarina of Time, and Ingo, I think that's how you pronounce his name, are basically Mario and Luigi in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in their near future. I mean, you could tell that's what they're trying to go for. And basically, they own a place called Long Long Range, and you can find Talon in the game when you have to get his. You have to talk to his daughter to get the egg. Hatch a cuckoo or Chico, however you pronounce those chickens' names. All I know is you don't swing at them or else they'll murder you dead. But yeah, back to Ocarina of Time. You go to town and you be have it in one of your things. Use things. You use it. It's like, oh shit, I gotta have to go. Zoom. But yeah. But back to Link's Awakening. Yeah, game. Overall, the game's pretty good. I'm not gonna hate it for what it is. Or what it has been. Thing that angers me is that along with Phantom of the Hourglass, it's so difficult to figure out for me. I know people who've completed it and can complete it with their eyes closed, but I've only beaten it twice more than Phantom of the Hourglass, and I'm like, this game is so hard to figure out. And then the Oracle Seasons, which are Game Boy Advance, which I heard that they might actually add all the Legend of Zeldas into the Nintendo Switch, onto it. And if that happens, you know me. I'd be like, yes! You know I'll be playing Ocarina of Time on the Switch. You'd be like, that's the only game I'll probably... Oh, I hit my phone. But that's probably the only game I'll probably ever play again. In the Legend of Zelda series is Ocarina of Time if it comes out on the Switch. I'm still working on it in the 3DS. I've gotten to the one part where you get the blue spiritual stone. And basically, yes, there's green, red, blue. Courage, strength, or power, and wisdom. How odd does it know that all the spiritual stones somehow connect to the Triforce colors? What a coincidence? I think not. This is a theory. A game Okay, I'm just joking. Okay, there's things I hate and love about game theory. But, no, actually, game's not bad. Also, if you want to know, and Link Between Worlds, Blacksmith's Child has an ocarina. Now, do you get an ocarina in the game? Nope. Just nope. Wait, and did I just say Ocarina of Time? No. Do you get the ocarina in Link Between Worlds? Nope. No. In Ocarina of Time, you do get an ocarina. You get Saria's fairy ocarina she gives to you. But she also has apparently another one. Does she just have a collection of fairy ocarinas? But one of the first songs you learn is Zelda's Lullaby. And then you learn Saria's song to go to Dodongo's cavern. Well, to get the head of the Gorons to allow you pass entry. And then there's an owl. Oh my god, I hate this freaking owl. I just want to kick him. Okay, and I don't want to kick him. I just would say, shut your mouth. Because all he does is he will switch things on you. So if you be careful to read it, and he'll be like, did you get that? Be like, no or yes. And then sometimes it'll be yes or no, and then you're like, owl? Stop playing these games on me. Stop. Just stop. But, and then the freaking, you have to go through a whale or something to get Ruto, which is the Princess of Zora's. Oh my god, going to his stomach is like freaking going through an endless maze. It's like, where am I? Oh, I just exited. I have to do all that again. Mother... God... it. You son of a potato! Literally, that's how angry it gets you. It's like going on an endless road. Like, makes you want to sing just every song sadly. Just like for Ozzy Osbourne, Hellraiser. I'm going on an endless road, on the road for rock and roll. Sometimes be some. Like, literally, it makes you want to sing that part. Just, in almost crying voice. I mean, the game, I can see where it could be rage and sometimes just like an adventure and joyous game. I don't hate Legend of Zelda. I love it. They're my number one Nintendo game. And below that is Mario. I'm sorry, Mario, you got deranked. Because Legend of Zelda is probably like one of the most high-paying games in the Nintendo, along with Mario. Mario and Legend of Zelda are like the ones you'd be like, mine, mine. Be like the birds from Finding Nemo. Mine, 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 mine. And be like, it's like, yeah, I'd like to buy this, Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, and the Majora's Mask, and this one, and this one. And it's like, okay, that's going to cost you an arm and leg, and you're just like, here, take it. Like, sometimes that's what it feels like when there's a new Legend of Zelda game. It's like, okay, how much do I have to give you? $5.99. Basically, how games are, since they're becoming new, more new than the other games, is like, okay, that's $5.99. That's $60. And like, I'll be like, here, how about I just give you one of my organs and you can sell it on the black market? Okay? Anyways, that's all I want to talk about. And I'll probably cover up some stuff about Legend of Zelda in the future videos, but not in this video. This is just saying what I like and hate about the game. About the games. Because I covered up almost all the games. Now my favorite is obviously Ocarina of Time. I mean, for its year, it's an older game than me. N64 was basically the beginning of 3D games, so... But I love it. It's just something about that game that just keeps on dragging me back. It's like, now I'm not going to criticize this or say if this is right or wrong, but it's like a clinging ex. I don't know anything about that. Because my ex was just like done and over with me. Kind of just friend zoned me, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Shut up. Leave me alone. It was the hardest part of my life, though. But it's like something brings me back to the game, and I'm like, I'm gonna play it. Oh, I lost track of time. It is already 10 o'clock. Not really, but just an exaggeration. But anyways, if you want to hear more stuff about the game, feel free to put in the comments like, okay, just do more of these videos. But anyways, thanks for letting me lend you this much time. I know this video is long as crap. I'll probably have to redo it because how long the video is. But anyways, in the video, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you live. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.